welcome to Pakistan Today News from our London studio. I'm Chris Taylor. Our top story tonight: the Sindh Assembly has unanimously condemned remarks made by India's Defence Minister, Rajnath Singh, who claimed that civilizationally, Sindh will always be part of India. Lawmakers described the comments as delusional and a deliberate distortion of history. In a strongly worded resolution, the Assembly asserted that Sindh is and will remain an inseparable part of Pakistan, rejecting any narrative that challenges its sovereignty. The resolution further urged the federal government to raise the matter internationally and to take legal and diplomatic steps to protect Sindh's historical and cultural identity, including its river systems and environmental heritage. Turning now to diplomatic and economic developments, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, during his visit to Manama, announced that Pakistan is ready to strengthen economic cooperation with Bahrain. He highlighted agriculture, IT, artificial intelligence, and fintech as priority sectors, calling recent meetings extremely productive. The Prime Minister emphasized Pakistan's young workforce and proposed expanding youth training in IT and AI, with Bahrain's assistance, to boost bilateral investment and prepare for increased trade under the forthcoming GCC-wide framework. Meanwhile, an Interior Ministry official has informed a Senate Human Rights Committee that the United Arab Emirates is currently not issuing visas to most Pakistani passport holders. While the UAE has not imposed a full ban, visa issuance has been restricted mainly to blue and diplomatic passport holders. The development affects many Pakistanis seeking work or travel opportunities, and the official warned that reversing such restrictions later could be difficult. For more on immigration-related concerns, we go to Karachi, where our correspondent Clara Bennett is following the latest clarifications from the Federal Investigation Agency. Clara?
Chris, the FIA's Lahore Zone Director has moved to counter widespread misinformation circulating on social media, particularly AI-generated videos falsely claiming that passengers are being randomly offloaded from flights. Officials stress that removals occur only when travelers lack valid documents or are suspected of links to migrant smuggling networks. They maintain that anyone with proper documentation and legitimate visas is allowed to proceed without hindrance. Authorities say these misleading narratives are often spread by human smuggling groups seeking to sow confusion. The FIA continues to urge the public to rely on official sources for accurate information.
Thank you, Clara. In economic news, the governor of the State Bank of Pakistan, Jamil Ahmad, has warned that the country's current growth model, driven largely by short-term stabilization measures, cannot support a population exceeding 250 million. He called on businesses to shift focus from domestic consumption to producing goods that meet global standards, integrate into global value chains, and adopt modern production practices. Ahmad stressed that only a long-term transformation aimed at competitiveness can secure sustainable and inclusive growth for Pakistan. Pakistan International Airlines' long-discussed privatization has been delayed once again. Initially expected in early December, the sale process is now planned for the last week of the month. 4 consortia, including Fauji Fertilizer Company, Habib Rafiq, Yunus Brothers, and Air Blue, remain in final negotiations. Should the privatization proceed, PIA's name and branding will remain intact, but the new owner must invest an additional 30 to 40 billion rupees and expand the airline's fleet from 18 to 38 aircraft over 4 years. Finally, in the United States, 2 National Guard soldiers were critically wounded in a daylight shooting just blocks from the White House. Authorities imposed a temporary lockdown as emergency units responded. Former President Donald Trump condemned the incident as an act of terror and said the suspect, an Afghan national immigrant, had been taken into custody. The attack has triggered heightened security measures, with additional troops deployed across Washington and multiple federal investigations now underway. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today News. I'm Chris Taylor.